Sairam, we take up a philosophy which we, the Saipanthis, live by and firmly believe in. The philosophy of Shunya. The Shunya, which is propagated by the Buddhism, is quite different from the Shunya that we Saipanthis believe in. Contrary to the popular belief system, Shunya originated from Buddhism. Buddhism is where the Shunya philosophy came into existence, which is wrong. Cryptically, the first Gita which came to the world, which is the Avadhuta Gita. The Avadhuta Gita, which is being narrated by Adiguru Dattatreya to Parashurama. So Parashurama is the one who receives for the first time the philosophy of Shunya. The Shunya is very cryptically mentioned by Sri Adiguru Dattatreya in Avadhuta Gita as Advaita Atita Siddhanta. Advaitatita Siddhanta when you join these two words. What is the Advaitatita Siddhanta? Is Shunya. Because Advaita is a non-dual existence. There is nothing dual. Everything is one. When you say you are Advaiti, you mean there is non-dual philosophy and non-dualism between living, all the living and all the non-living. When we understand Advaita, we feel that the oneness or non-dual existence between ourself and the God or the divine or the Guru. It is not so. Advaita means non-dualism with every living and non-living being in this world. That is Advaita. That includes the divine, that includes the God, that includes us, that includes every living and non-living object in the whole of the universe and multiple universes. That is Advaita. So when we say Advaita, we should know what is the true meaning of Advaita. And another thing which we should know, it was not the Dvaita Siddhanta which came to the world first. It was the Advaita Siddhanta which came to the world first, and the last one which came to the world was Advaita. There are 5 Acharyas: Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya, Vallabhacharya, Nimbarkacharya, Madhvacharya. Shankaracharya was the propagator of Advaita Siddhanta, and the last one is Madhvacharya, who spoke about Dvaita Siddhanta, dualism and non-dualism. But Shankaracharya is not the first one or the person who brought Advaita Siddhanta to the world. Shankaracharya, Adi Shankara, he just compiled the whole philosophy of Advaita Siddhanta and narrated to the world. It existed for 12,000 years. But what is Shunya? Shunya is something which is beyond Advaita, but it emanates from Advaita. So if Advaita is the milk, to give a parallel or an example, the cream of that milk is Shunya in terms of philosophy. We are all Advaitis, but we are believers of Shunya as a Siddhanta and practitioners of a Kriya called the Shunya Kriya. Shunya is a philosophy. Shunya Kriya is a practice to live that philosophy. I'll repeat. Shunya is a philosophy. It's a Siddhanta. And the practice to attain a state of Shunya or become nothing is Shunya Kriya. We Saipanthis follow a Kriya, practice a Kriya to attain the Shunya Avastha. Shunya Avastha means a state of nothingness. Right? Now, bowing our heads to Sri Sainath Maharaj, our Guru, we take up this philosophy in the form of a book which has been published called the Shunya Gita, the poetic narration of the philosophy of nothingness. That is called Shunya Gita. So, nobody is an author of Shunya Gita. Shunya Gita is just, it is a philosophy which existed as a part of Avadhuta Gita, and as predicted by Adi Guru Dattatreya, somewhere down the lane, thousands and thousands of years ago, he said that thousands and thousands of years after, there will be some group of people who will understand the Shunya Siddhanta, in other words, Advaita Atita Siddhanta. And being the disciples of Sri Sainath Maharaj, who is a Purnavatara of Adi Guru Dattatreya, we believe that we are those group of people who have deciphered and understood the Advaitatita Siddhanta, and we have given the name which is most suitable called the Shunya. Right? So we take up this work of Sri Sainatha, try to read and understand that philosophy of Shunya, given to us in a book form as Shunya Gita. Saira. Now, first statement before the Shunya Gita begins comes from one of the most cryptic and most delicate and very difficult to comprehend as per Sri Adi Shankaracharya himself. That statement is the first statement, and we call it the first statement of that work, which is Brahma Sutra. In Brahma Sutra, the first word which comes, first statement that comes is Athato Brahma Jignasa. So Brahma Sutra's first shloka is Athato Brahma Jignasa. Now, let us understand the absolute truth. Truth in its purest and absolute form. That truth is also called as Brahman. Hence, The first statement is the inspiring statement of this work called the Shunya Gita. And that statement is Athato Brahma Jignasa. Right? We move on. And we have 5 quotes and assertions to take out the essence of the whole Shunya Gita. The first statement or assertion, which is a first essence, I would say, first essence of Shunya Gita is Shunyam Satyam. What it means is nothingness is the only truth. The truth is Shunya. The truth is nothingness. So that is our first statement. First statement of essence of Shunya Gita, Shunyam Satyam. The next is Shunyam Nityam. All pervading things are from the same nothingness. We will dive deep into these 2 statements. But what it says is Shunyam Nityam. Transliteration, if we take, Shunya is every moment. But what is the essence it says in Shunya Gita is all pervading thing, everything which is there, everything which is in existence, everything that we experience, every single thing has emanated from that Shunya. Whatever is there has come from nothingness. Shunyam Satyam, Shunyam Nityam. Then it says, Shunyam Sarvam. Every reality in this world has emanated from that nothingness. And that is the only truth. Everything has emanated from nothingness, and that everything makes nothing. What we see, every realities, every experience, every single thing that is around us, since it has emanated from Shunya, is Shunya. That is what it says. Shunyam Sarvam. Everything is Shunya. Then it says Shunyam Brahman. The Brahman which we are trying to understand as per the Brahma Sutra, the very first statement of Brahma Sutra, we say that Athato Brahma Jignasa. That Brahman is also Shunya. Then finally it says Sarvasvam Shunyam. Everything is nothingness, and nothingness is everything. Finally, this concludes and says that every single thing is nothingness. And nothingness is every single thing. When we read the essence of Shunya Gita itself, we find that irreplaceable peace from within. Since we as a conscience have connected to this absolute truth, there is nothing. Right? So we move on and actually start the Shunya Gita from its assertions. There are 108 assertions of Shunya Gita. We will take up each assertion and we will read the explanation of each assertion and then dive deep into those assertions and try to understand. Saira, the first assertion from our Guru Sri Sainatha, the first assertion says, very simple. There is nothing. There is nothing. So the explanation is so, everything is nothing. The only thing which is real is nothing. The seeker has to read this simple statement multiple times and pause to contemplate on it. When the seeker contemplates on this small but emphatic statement, the whole existence transforms into non-existence of everything. Everything that we see is nothing. When we read this statement again and again, what it says is, we understand that everything is just shunya. This contemplation on nothingness calms the mind and facilitates the understanding of Shunya Gita with absolute clarity without any preconceived ideas. This is the first and the only truth. By the grace of the Supreme Consciousness and the Guru, once you complete reading and understanding of Shunya Gita, you will understand that there is nothing and this is the supreme truth. We'll just dive deep into this statement called there is nothing. How can we say that there is nothing? There is everything. There is the physical world. There is touch and feel. There is everything which is tangible. Everything is physical. Our walk, so, articles at home or at office, the clothes that we wear, the body that we are living in, everything is there. So how can we say that there is nothing? How can we define that there is nothing? We have to take a step back and depend on science. Because an answer to this question or this philosophy, the first assertion of Shunya Gita, is only in science, nowhere else. When we go to the atomic level, subatomic level, we see that there is proton, neutron, electron. So when you put those proton, neutron, electron, and that also neutron is in the middle and that is neutral, proton revolves slowly, electron is the fastest one. When you put that under a microscope, what you get is matter. When you put matter under a microscope, dive deep into deeper than matter, there is nothing. There is nothing. It is a void. It is Shunya, which physics tells us. The answer to this first assertion of Shunya Gita comes only from science, only from physics. There is nothing. Beyond matter, there is nothing. All the scientists have said. So everything that we see in this world, the physical reality, is nothing. So the same thing is said in Shunya Gita. Right in the beginning, the first statement completes the whole philosophy. There is nothing. We are all made of that same nothingness. Because if the minutest and the smallest thing, physical thing in this world, as per the science, is matter, and when they put matter under microscope, there is nothing. There is void. So the same thing Shunya Gita says, that there is nothing. Now we move to the second assertion, which says there is in inverted commas. There is, with a pause, says nothing. There is nothing. The first assertion. The second assertion says there is. It is assertive and it says that there is. And it goes on to say nothing. So the very is what we are diving deep into. That one small word, there is. Then it says nothing. This affirmation is the same as the above, but with a pause. This affirmation splits the first affirmation into two with a long pause and gives us a much deeper understanding of Shunya Gita. This affirmative statement explains the presence of something that has emanated from nothingness. It takes us from nothing to nothingness. It's a little confusing. I do agree. Now there is nothing. As we just understood from the first assertion. So that is restricted to the physical self, the physical being, subatomic level, submatter. When we dive deep into, we know that there is nothing. Science tells us that there is nothing. If we keep going down and down and down, eventually what you get is nothing. But here it says, there is something which has emanated from nothing. That something takes a form of nothingness. Now, in the first assertion, we are talking about Shunya. And second assertion talks about what has emanated from Shunya. What has come out of Shunya? What has come out of nothing? What has come out of, what has emerged out of that nothing is nothingness. So the tangible thing, which is sthula kaya, or the physical thing, the kaya is the body, sthula is the physical. Likewise, every physical thing on earth is nothing, is made of nothing. But in the second assertion, there is. What is that? That is where you are moving towards the existence which is beyond the body, beyond the physical body, beyond physical things which we see. So that is where we are stepping into. There is nothing and there is something that emanated from nothing. That is nothingness. That is what the second assertion tells. We move to the third. There is something which occurred from nothing. From nothing came nothingness, and from nothingness something emanated. This statement explains when moving from nothing, Shunya, to nothingness, Shunya Avastha, something occurred which is explained as we move forward in the Shunya Gita. Something emerged, something emanated, something moved forward, something came out. What is that? Is something which we will understand. The one that occurred from nothing is the witness. A witness, which means the Sakshi. That something which occurred from nothingness is witness, the Sakshi. The seeker needs to understand that Sakshi, which is witness, is the closest to nothingness, having emanated from nothingness. Now, let us track back from the beginning. Absolutely nothing. There is nothing. From nothing to nothingness. Then comes, there is something which emanated from nothing. That something which emanated from nothing is the Sakshi, the Brahman, the witness. Here is the beginning. The first thing that began was Brahman. Sakshi is Brahman. That witness is beyond gender, doesn't have a gender, doesn't have attributes, doesn't have form, doesn't have shape, doesn't have a restricted existence. It is emanated from nothing. As vast and eternal is nothing, that same vast and eternity is Sakshi. Sakshi, the witness. So that eternal existence in Shunya is the Sakshi. And it also, Shunya Gita goes also to say, closest thing to nothingness is a Sakshi. If we see this, does it begin the Advaita Siddhanta of dualism? Not really. Because it is not the closest, it is one with, the Sakshi is one with Shunya. They are inseparable. It is just a witness. It emanated, nobody created. Created by self. The self created by thyself. From the nothingness came the self, the Sakshi, the witness. We move on. Nothing is from which everything occurred. The seeker needs to understand from this affirmation that whatever is in existence that we experience, the entire universe, which the world is trying to understand from time immemorial, occurred from the same nothingness. Nothing. Nothingness is the source of everything. Everything that we experience, we live in, everything that is transient, everything which is transcending, everything which is changing its form, every single existential realities, including the conscience, including the physical existence, everything emanated, everything occurred from that nothing. Here we need to further understand the theory of occurrence. The moment we accept the theory of occurrence, that everything just occurred, you have no one to blame. Nobody created anybody. Nobody created even the Brahman. Brahman just emanated from Shunya, just occurred. Brahman occurred. So did everything that followed. So whom do we blame? We cannot tell God that He who created, you're responsible. There is so much of pain and agony in my personal life and all over the world. Mankind is suffering. What is all these things? You cannot rest the responsibility even on God. In our day-to-day lives, sometimes we say God doesn't take the responsibility. There is always a reason. There is never a responsibility on God. We always find a reason. It's not that. The fact is, everything just occurred, including the Brahman. Brahman is Lingatita, as I just mentioned. Brahman is just a Sakshi. He is not the doer also. He is still. Everything is happening. Everything is occurring. Theory of occurrence. Theory of evolution is one side. Theory of creation is one side. This is very easy. Theory of creation is very easy to understand and comprehend. You have an old man in the place called heavens above, and he created everything. So it rests the whole understanding very simple. There's God, He created. Period. Is that so? Is it true? We have to tickle our intellect. If that were to be the true, we also have attributes. Now God has attributes. God is kind. God is good. God is all pervading. God is everywhere, is omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient, kind, loving, caring, forgiving. But there is pain. There is misery. There are atrocities. There are unpardonable deeds committed by the mankind. So where is God? If God created everything, even the evil was created by God. If so, what is the cause? What is the necessity? What is the need? Why did God create all these negativities, evil? Then philosophers will come, backed by religious belief system. They say, no, it is not like that. Everything is an illusion. We are a witness, this and that. No. People who have gone through the agonizing situations in their lives will not believe that it is an illusion. It is an imagination. They feel it is real. They will tell you it is real. If somebody has been shot, somebody has been stabbed, they will say it is real. It is painful. So if God were to create, do you think he would have created even evil and put it in this world? Let us take the example of the physical existence, the body of every animal, including us. It is so impeccable, it is so perfect. There is nothing which we do. We inhale, exhale, not consciously, it happens on its own. Heart beats on its own. Lungs will absorb only the oxygen from the air and gives up carbon dioxide. The food gets in, it gets digested, converts into blood, and all over the body it supplies. Oxygen on its own, lungs will supply to the whole body, every blood cell. So everything is occurring, everything is perfect. If it is the God who created the body, do you think that the same God created evil in the society? If he has created the body, it means he has created the evil also, good and bad both. If everything has just occurred, body has evolved on its own by beautifully to the perfection. So there is no participation of God in this. Now the question arises, is there God? And if there is God, what is his job? Everything is just occurred. Everything is occurring. Everything is happening. So is there God, number one? Now, do we believe in existence of God? If, let us say for a moment, let us believe in existence of God, then what is God doing? Why do we even need God if everything is happening on its own? Here, the split comes between Sanatana Dharma and the Buddhist and Jain philosophy. Right here, right in the beginning, at the fourth assertion of Shunya Gita, let me correct myself. Sorry, fifth assertion of Shunya Gita, when we dive deep into, here is the division between Buddhism, Jainism as one part and Sanatana in one part. Division branches out. Buddhism doesn't believe in God. Jainism doesn't believe in God. These two philosophies are very clear that there is no God. So now where these philosophy emanates from this very argument, which is saying if the theory of occurrence is the only truth, even if the conscience or the God or divine just occurred, and everything which is occurring in this world on its own, everything is happening on its own, which has emanated from Shunya, then there is no God. If there is God, what is God doing? What is the necessity of God? If everything is on theory of occurrence, that is when Buddhism and Jainism believes in law of karma. Law of karma is the only governing principle. There is no God. There is no place to go. There is no heaven. There is no hell. There is nothing. Here, it branches out between the Sanatana philosophy of Shunya and the Buddhist philosophy of Shunya. We divide and part our ways and move in our own direction. Right? I think we have had quite a few thoughts to mull over. We will continue the Shunya Gita from the sixth assertion onwards. Sai Ram.